Welcome back to the world of Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I'm finally unlocking Tiana. So I stopped playing Disney Dreamlight Valley literally a year ago. I remember starting to play it when it came out during that beta time, and I just left, and something told me to come back. And what a great time to come back, because when I left, I wanted Princess Tiana to come to this game. There was no conversation about her coming, and then when I decided to come back, she's definitely back. So we are going to go put down her house. We just actually got her unlocked, and her house is bigger than I thought, as you see, where I'm like, okay, where is the best place to put her in the style of house that she has? But I went ahead and put her across from Minnie, because when I did my land here, I was trying to keep everyone kind of in like a homey community location, but as we're getting characters unlocked and just feeling like they need to be somewhere else, and we have multiple different communities, I put Minnie over here. And then I wanted to put Tiana over here as well. It's not the quote unquote bayou, and I didn't want to put her in the swamp because we don't want to live in the swamp. But this is more of like a forest area. It makes me think of the scene in the beginning of The Princess and the Frog with her dad, and her mom, and they're in the black community. And this actually made me think of that specific scene. And I wanted to put her there for that. We're going to go ahead and get changed for the day after I get that out. And I'm actually just really happy to be back to playing the game. I missed a lot, of course. Missed a couple star paths. When I tell you I stopped playing this game, I uninstalled it, walked away, didn't even look at the news of the game, anything, for a whole year. I have no idea what's going on in this game. I feel like it's my first day playing, but muscle memory definitely came back very quickly when playing this game. And I told myself that all the games that we play are going to take some funds. It's going to happen. And we're always not going to get what we want out of games. I mean, I play The Sims. Let's talk about that. And so I decided, you know what? You liked the game. It was cute. It was fun. You can play, like, it's okay. And honestly, I'm kind of happy that I stopped playing it at the time, because now I feel like I definitely have stuff to do and I won't get bored. Not saying that I got bored before. It was more so when I started playing it from day one. We had to wait days for certain things to trigger, because when it's brand new, there's nothing ahead yet. So I would get all of my tasks done, get all of my people, my friendships up to 10, do all the side missions, and it was to the point where I had nothing to do. At one point, I was literally just going around stockpiling because I had no side quests to do. The story was done, and that's how much I played. And now that I'm back and we have 2 DLCs now, and I have all these characters I don't have, I have stuff to do. So I think it kind of worked out for me in the long run, because now I kind of won't get burnt out on it, because I am pacing myself, but at the same time, I won't have to sit there and wait 2 or 3 days and nothing to do until it's time for this thing to start, so on and so forth. But as we're getting Tiana situated, her house is adorable. I mean, it is a bigger house, and getting in there, I love that they gave her a little bit more space than what they did with some of the other houses. Kind of like Elsa's house. You walk in and there's like a 2-room situation. I liked that. It gives you more to do, and it gives you more to look at and decorate. Well, I guess we don't decorate their houses. But I just love the new add-ons that they're doing. They're like the first ones that we got were good, but now that they're giving us more characters and making them more their style. So what we're doing here with Tiana is we're going to go ahead and work on getting her restaurant built, and I'm going to get her up to a higher level so we can hang out with her. So I want to go ahead and get our friendship up and start unlocking her friendship little battle pass, as well as getting more food. I love that Remy has that restaurant, but I also love that we're having a second restaurant with Tiana, different styles, new recipes. That's one of the things that I liked in this game, was the cooking and the recipes and the food. And she is just, I love her. So we're going to go ahead and get her leveled up. I gave her her emerald. That was her one of the favorites of the day. I didn't give her any of the other food because I didn't have any of the foods unlocked yet. So I just gave her the emerald and it got her up. And then we're going to spend time working with her. I went ahead and made her more of a, I'm going to fish with her because I need to do a lot of fishing, and I'm not really going to do a lot of gardening or mining or anything. I'm mainly doing a lot of fishing with the new unlocks that I have, and I want to hit certain levels. So I set her to fishing because I knew I was going to do it a lot anyway. So why not get extra fish and get her extra XP at the same time? That's not a problem. But me personally, I would usually opt for mining or gardening is usually what I opt for to get people leveled up. So as we're going through, one thing I noticed with Tiana's restaurant is, I thought our house was big. Her restaurant is massive, and I ended up putting it in the same area where her house is, but now that I'm looking at it, I probably am going to go back and move it. I don't love where I ended up putting it. Once I realized that I had to put an extra stall out there, then I had to put extra seating, and I was like, this is messing up my feng shui of what I wanted to do. But I originally wanted it here because we have Remy's restaurant, and I put Remy's house there because it goes toe-to-toe with the restaurant. And then I had the shop over here, and Scrooge's shop over here, because I wanted this central location to be like, quote unquote, the downtown shopping district. And I had put Merlin's house over here because his house actually fit in with the style. It just wasn't as tall. But as I'm going here, I'm trying to figure out how to get Tiana's restaurant here. And it is so big, it throws off. I wanted to have a centerpiece, and and then there's 2 walkways, and I'm like, this is so crowded. I'm like, this is so crowded. But looking at it, I'm thinking I might be able to stick Tiana's over here. I do have it already set up where it is. But since I was watching over this video, and I was like, you know what? I think I can fit Tiana's over here. But at the same time, I have to think about the 4 tables and her stall. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I go ahead and try? Of course, you'll see where I have it and how it's set up. I'm not in love with it, but I also kind of like it where I put it, because then it's like there's a restaurant in a different community. Like, not everyone has to come to the same community to come to the restaurant. You know what I mean? That's where my brain went. But see, it's just so big. And I was trying to get it to work how I wanted to, because I really wanted that central waterfall there. But then I have something else in mind. Like, I was struggling to try to make this fit. I end up putting it here, which, like I said, I don't hate that it's there, because I feel like this area gets to use, you know, we have Wally's garden, and then I have my own garden that I plant stuff behind Tiana's. And so I feel like it's like having her shop here utilizes the community garden. You know, she's getting fresh crops from, you know, the community members here. I think about these things when I play these games. So that's why I'm not too upset that that's where I put her house. But looking at it, when I go run through, it's so crowded. At least I feel like it's crowded because the building is so much bigger than all the other houses are there. And I also like that it's right across from the campgrounds that I put for Buzz and Woody. So it's like everyone has access to food right here, which is a good thing, because Minnie likes to cook. Wally clearly likes to garden and collect things. And then I also like to garden, and Goofy's stall is right across from the garden as well. And then Tiana loves to cook. And then, of course, if you're on the campground, you need food. There's food all around you. So, I mean, in my brain, it cohesively is okay. Visually, it's like I'm like 50-50 on if I like it in this area. Part of me wants to go and try and put it over by Scrooge's, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to even uproot and do that. So after we get, I think we had to make some more. We had to make the tables and we had to make the chairs. I didn't have any of those that we had to put together. But in a nutshell, I don't feel like I'm making myself speed run through any of this because I'm just trying to wrap my brain around all of the newest characters and trying to just pick up where I left off at and trying to just find how I would normally do dailies, because there are a lot of quests between the main story and then you have all of the friendship quests. Like, it can get very overwhelming very quickly. And I definitely recognize that with playing this game. And whew, man, I'm trying to get through it, but at the same time, I'm enjoying the time that I'm having playing the game. One thing that I feel like hasn't changed with this game is that there is so much talking. I love that they put the stories out there because it's Disney. Disney is known for their storytelling. But man, some of these characters talk a little too much for me. And I know that I try not to just mass click through everything because I just want to get to the point. Get me to the mission. That's what I want. I'm here to play. Get me to the mission. But I know a lot of the times you have to at least skim through and read, because some of the things they're telling you what to do. And then when I start running around, I'm like, I can't find what I'm doing. I have to go back. I'm like, oh, you should have just read. That would have been great. Which I'm getting better at. I am trying. And I didn't realize how many more characters that I missed because I don't have any of the characters from Mulan. I didn't realize they put Mushu in here, so I'm actually excited about that. When I tell you I ran away from Disney Dreamlight Valley, I didn't know anything about the characters that they ended up adding. I knew Princess Tiana. I forgot about Jack. I remember them saying Jack, but now it like reflects in my brain that I did remember them putting him in here when I saw that. I forgot about Daisy, Monsters Inc., because I had a ton of their decorations, but I didn't think that they would actually put them in the game. And now I'm looking forward to see even more characters with the DLCs. I still think the main Disney Dreamlight Valley island is overcrowded. And I thought that way before. And then even knowing that I had to put Tiana's house down, I'm like, there's no more room for houses. Like, especially how I have it set up and how I want it to be not crowded. And you can't move the water. Like, you can't terraform the rivers and the lakes. Like, if I could move them, that would be great, but you can't. So you can only put stuff in certain places. And it took me hours, if not days, to do some of this. Of course, mine is pretty mediocre compared to what other people have, which I highly respect. But yeah, I'm actually really excited getting back into playing this game. The only thing that I said, I wasn't really sure about this area because I forgot that there's a walkway. And I'm like, oh crap, you literally are walking into tables and chairs. And so that's why part of me is wanting to move Tiana's over to the other area. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I just go ahead and leave it here? Because then I'll just have an empty space. Or is it nice to have another eatery in another location besides where Remy's is? But yeah, this walkway, I felt so bad. I'm like, man, that's right in the way of everything. So, I'm trying to figure that out. Trying to figure out all the things to make life easier for me, and then also just keep it cohesive for myself and be happy with it. When I put the ribbon down, I didn't know that I had it backwards, and I wanted to put it I didn't know. So we're not facing her stall. We're facing the park, but it's fine. But unlocking Tiana was a lot of fun, and I'm gonna have fun getting her up to level. And this is so different because when I first started, I had to level everyone up. I only have to worry about Tiana right now. Like, so I get to go slow in an aspect, but at my own pace. Because, like, when the game first came out, I was like, okay, I need to get Mickey up to 10. I need to get Donald up to 10. It was overwhelming. It was overwhelming. But I'm happy to be back, and I can't wait to do more. I am live streaming this over on TikTok, and I am bringing those live streams over to my member only section, because once they're off TikTok, they won't be seen again. So be sure to join and see where we're at in the storyline. So let me know what part of Disney Dreamlight Valley you're playing. What are you liking the most? And if you haven't played, what's stopping you? Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, hit that little bell so you don't miss any of the next videos. And also tell me who is your favorite Disney character, whether it's a hero or a villain. Have a good rest of your day or night wherever you are. This is Lunagalaxy out.